Hi.
You're right.
Yeah, how are you?
Good. I usually have the camera on, but when I switch it on, it slows down the connection, so
Right.
I shall leave that this time. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Got a bit of a cold, but
Hmm. Join the club. Join the club.
the weather.
Yeah. That's the thing about working in pharmacy. You're like a petri dish. Like people come in and cough on you, and then you just pick it up. It's lovely.
Yeah, I know.
Um, so did you get some questions for me, or
Yeah.
yeah?
I was. I did go through the whole package, and the question on millimoles per liter of sodium present in sodium chloride 0.9%
Yeah.
opposed
So
to
millimoles.
yeah.
That's actually a reference in the BNF.
Yeah, I couldn't find that.
Yeah, it's pretty well hidden. It's under uh, like gastric secretions um, within the BNF. It actually lists it out, like how many millimoles are in, that get excreted into the duodenum or the different. Um, they're called endocrine. Exogenous. I think it's called something which is kind of pushed out into the gastric tract.
Right.
It's somewhere in there. Again, I don't have a BNF with me. It's probably on the
Okay.
online version, to be honest. Um, if I can find it, BNF. Let's screen share this. Um, secretions. Yeah, look.
I found it, page 639.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. I mean, what was the question?
Um, could you just talk me through how I would do the question?
Which one?
That question on millimoles. How many millimoles per liter of sodium are present in sodium chloride 0.9% opposed to normal plasma level?
There you go.
1 mole.
So these are normal plasma values. Can you see here?
Yeah.
And then that's what the normal millimoles per litre should be. So it's 142. However,
Yeah.
in sodium chloride 0.9%, there's 150 millimoles per litre. So
Right.
it's about 8 millimoles different.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know. So,
All right. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So this 1 mole sodium chloride is 58.5 grams was just there to throw you off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So this is intravenous infusion. However, this is the electrolyte content in gastrointestinal secretions. That's kind of what I was talking about. So the body actually pushes out different fluids dependent on where you are in the gastric tract. So this is first, this is
Yeah.
second, this is third, this is fourth. And sometimes they ask these values as well. So um, it's good to know where that is. Very uncommon question. I
Okay.
haven't seen it a lot, but it does come up sometimes.
Right. I'll make a note of that. Thank you.
Yeah, fluid imbalance. Yeah, I mean,
Do you
as
have
go on.
the do you have the package that you sent me, the presentation?
Yeah, with hold on, share. With this link, you can
Yeah.
see it, but I mean, we'll just go through it now again. I think. Um, share screen. This one. So yeah, you'll be able to see it on my screen, but I'll kind of go through it anyway. I mean, we did
Okay.
the first question, which was that one, which was quite easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you do the the kind of the swapping over of liquids that I was saying.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how to do that. So if you could go
Good,
through that, that'd be
good, good. All right, because it means that we can kind of start from scratch, which is pretty cool. Solution A contains a 0.2%, 2% um, volume is 30 mil. Okay, solution B contains 3 milligram per 5 mil. Yeah, the volume is 150 mil. You need to take 2 mil of solution and place it into solution B to make solution C. What is the new concentration? What about that then? Try that.
okay.
So what I tend to do is always try and figure out the mass. So what mass are you moving over, and then
Yeah,
what is the new volume? And
yeah.
with those two things, you can't fail.
Okay.
So you're moving it from solution A into solution B, to make solution C.
So the total volume for solution C is 7 mils.
Um,
Um,
no, it isn't. Where'd you get 7 mils from?
oh, sorry, 152
Yeah,
mils.
good. So what I would do in this situation is, you wouldn't really get a question like this because the numbers are quite difficult to calculate. But
Right.
what I'm thinking is, you're taking 2 mils of a solution A. So what is that quantity? So you know that 0.2%.
Yeah,
Where's the percent button? There it is. 0.2% is 0.2 milligrams per 100 mil.
0.2 grams.
Sorry, grams. My bad. Yeah, right. Grams per 100 mil. So what if I want to get how much is in 2 mils
Yeah,
of that solution, then I just divide 0.2 divided by 100 times 2.
yeah,
Do you get that?
yeah,
Okay, so 0.2 divided by 100 times 2 is 0.004. Yeah?
yeah,
And what is that? That's grams, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, convert, what's that in milligrams?
4.
4 milligrams, good. So it's 4 milligrams that you're moving to solution C. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, secondly, what is the new volume? Volume. The new volume is going to be, as you said, 150 plus 2, which is 152. So then you need to know how much mass is in solution B, which is 3 milligram per 5 mil. So all you do is 150 divided by 5 times 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is 50 divided by 5 equals, then times 3 is 90 milligrams. So you've already got 90 milligrams in there. You're adding 90 plus 4 because you're moving it from up here
Yeah.
is 94, and then the new milligrams, and then the new solution is 152 mil.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think these kind of things are really, really important, and just kind of just visualizing it with this, you kind of just visualize the beaker. I just tend to deal in masses all the time. I just find it a lot easier.
Right.
And then you've got the new solution, which comes out like that. Usually the numbers in the exam are a lot easier, so they'll be easily divisible, whatever, because that as a percentage is pretty difficult. What is that as a percentage? How would you work that out?
Um, Divide 94 by 152 and times it by 100.
Yeah, 94 divided by 152 times 100, which is 94. Can you do an estimate in your head of that?
One. Wait a second. I'm not sure.
Well, think of similarities between these numbers.
Yeah,
When I look at that, I'm thinking,
they're quite close.
I'm thinking the number 30.
Right.
Do you
Okay.
see why?
Yeah.
Because if 30 goes into 90 3 times, well, then it goes
Yeah.
into 155 times.
Yeah.
So your number is going to be about 3/5, around about that point. So the actual number when it comes out is 61.84. But is that percent?
Um,
Sounds a bit high to me.
yeah. Hang on a second. 90. No, because it's in
Yeah,
milligrams.
very good, very good. So it's actually what you divide by 1,000.
Yeah.
Divide by 1,000. 0 point. So you're just pushing it back. 0.06%. You got to think in the exam as well. Like when they give you the options right at the end, like is it A, B, C, D, or E? They'll probably
Yeah.
give you, to try and trick you. They'll give you that, as A, and then that as B. So
Yeah.
you've got to you've got to go back to this milligram bit and just kind of double check, and just getting a feel for it, because this going into this is probably going to be quite a weak volume, a weak concentration. So
Yeah.
that doesn't really, you can actually rule that out just by thinking, right at the beginning, is this going into this going to make a really strong concentration? Well, not really. Not really. I mean, this is quite a strong concentration, but this isn't. So you're never really going to get up to above 50%. It's going to be somewhere in the kind of lower spectrum. So you can kind of
Yeah.
make a bit of a guess with that. Okay.
Okay.
Betamethasone. We talked about steroid creams, and we talked about the different strengths of steroid creams like hydrocortisone is the weakest, then it goes up. That can be referenced within the BNF. We also talked about what weight is required for the hands and torso, etc.
Yeah. There was a query
Go
I
on.
had with the diprobate question. The total quantity I was getting is 1,060 grams.
This question,
On diprobase there somewhere.
diprobase.
Yeah, I think it's towards the
Is it further on?
yeah.
Can't see a diprobase question. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, so an FY2 doctor calls your pharmacy on a busy Saturday afternoon. A rather round, returned fat patient has been requesting an unusual amount of unmedicated diprobase cream, and she would like to check whether it seems correct. Which of the following quantities would be a reasonable amount for a twice daily application for 2 weeks to the face, scalp, and trunk? That's just that is just a BNF reference question.
Yeah,
The thing you may have missed is it's for a fortnight. For 2 weeks. So I think in the BNF it actually has 4 weeks.
right.
So what you need to do is you need to half the quantity.
Okay.
So the doctor has asked for 2 weeks, the quantity stated in the skin section, suitable quantities for prescribing state suitable quantities for 1 week, sorry. Therefore, you'll need to double the quantities you find in the table. So
Okay.
for the face, when you do these questions as well, if there's like a quantity like this, between 15 and 30,
Yeah.
you always kind of take the maximum. So 30 plus 100 plus 400. So the maximum they would really need is 10, 30 grams. However, in light of the fact that diprobase residual quantities at the bottom, rather returned, you'd go for 3 times 500. Because you need a suitable quantity for the entire amount, and because the patient's quite large as well, they may need a little bit more, so it's better really to go for C. But you got B.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be it could be B, but I'd say 100% C, because with B you wouldn't be able to cover 1,030 grams. However, with C, plus the fact that they're rotund, makes more sense
Okay.
because they were run out earlier.
Okay.
Um, let's do this question. A prescription is written for Humulin 10 mils, 35 units, SC. What does SC mean?
Subcutaneous.
Yeah, it's weird for insulin. QD, how many days will this cover for the patient?
Okay.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that?
It's a BNF question. I did do this one. It wasn't too difficult. Hang on a second. I'll just get the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a BNF question to an extent, but I think what's good to know is this units. I think this means 100 units per mil, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, 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 no. You can look it up.
I'd have to look it up in the BNF.
Yeah,
It says 100 units per mil. Yeah.
yeah. So 100 units per mil. Written for 10 mil. So that's 10 mil is probably the ampule size. 35 units QD. So you're essentially doing 35 35. So you're doing 35 times 4, which is 70, which is 140. Let's have a look what comes up. Yeah, 100 units per mil. Look this up in your BNF. Good. So overall prescription is for 1,000 units.
Yeah.
The patient should be taking 35 times 4, which is 140 units per day. So 1,000, which is the prescription, over 140 units is approximately 7 days supply. So the answer is D. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. To be honest, in the exam, I wouldn't make the assumption that U equals 100 is because it could be 100 units per 5 mil, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Or or 20 mil, however they write it. Okay, another one. This is a pharmacy nostrum, so making up question. A prescription is written for a mouthwash containing 170 ml diphenhydramine. Visit pharmacycpa.com for the full video series. As always, for more information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our free PCPA course, join our Facebook group, or subscribe to our blog.